Hello, YouTube viewers. This is Blake Fannin. Please like, share, and subscribe. Listen, listen. If you're ever on vacation at a beach, or at a or at some kind of a resort in Florida or California, and 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 if you're ever at a relative's house who has their own backyard area, and if there is ever anything on your mind bothering you, worrying you, making you mad, or ticking you off, if what I'm trying to say is, if you're ever on vacation and there's a little private area outside that you can come out to when nobody's around, and pray and pray about any secrets you have. I advise you, if you're ever on vacation at a place where you have some space that you can come outside and be alone for at least a half an hour and pray about any fears, worries, or concerns that are on your mind, I advise you to come outside. I advise you to go outside and pray about any fears, secrets, and worries that you may have. If you're on vacation or at home and you have anything on your mind worrying you or bothering you that you need to pray for, if you can possibly do it alone and when you're on vacation or at home, I advise you to go outside alone when you're alone and pray about any secrets, fears, worries, concerns, or problems on your mind or that may be going on in your life. If there's something worrying you, if and when you possibly can, come outside. If you're in any kind of pain, or if there's something making you mad, as soon as you possibly can, when you're alone, go outside alone and pray about any secrets, fears, and problems you may have. I don't care what the situation is. I don't care what the problem is. Whenever you have any secret or problem, whenever you have any kind of situation that you want to pray about in secret, whenever you have any fear that you want to pray about in secret, whenever you have anything good that you want to pray about in secret, if you possibly can, come outside and pray alone. If other people are outside with you, don't do it then if you can possibly put it off. But when you can do it alone, come outside and pray about any fears, worries, burdens, problems, sickness, pains, anger, or fear that you may have. Because I have always found it best, whenever I have anything going on in my life that I need to pray about, especially in secret, I find it better if I come outside alone without anybody with me or near me. I find it best if I go outside alone and pray about my secrets, no matter what the secret is. I always find that once I come back in, I'm not worried, I'm not mad, and I'm not ticked off. And listen to me. Whenever you come outside and you're about to pray about any secret that you may have, before you start praying, read these passages. Isaiah chapters 9, 41, 53, and 54. Matthew 5, 6, and 7. Psalm 138, Mark 11 and 16, Hebrews 11 and 12, Ephesians 6 and 7, and 1 John chapters 1 and 4. And also I forgot to mention Romans 8 up to verse 28. If you will read those passages before you pray about anything in your life, trust me, your life will be 1,000 times better. Then after you read those passages, if you can possibly do it alone, if you can possibly be alone outside when you pray, come outside and pray about whatever's on your mind and about whatever's bothering you. Oh yes, and I also recommend that you read Romans. Oh yeah, I mentioned that. Sorry, Romans 8:28. I mentioned that. Sorry. I just want to make sure I don't leave nothing out. When I repeat myself, I just want to make sure I don't leave nothing out. Most likely. But that's beside the point. But keep that in mind. But anyway, even Matthew chapters 5 through 7 says, when you pray, go alone by yourself and pray to the Father in secret. That is in Matthew chapters 5, 6, and 7. So listen, YouTube viewers. If you are ever outside in a non-public place, such as your house or a friend or relative's house, and someone comes out to you and says, "Hey, would you mind going inside so I can be alone out here and pray?" Or even if they just ask you to go inside so they can be alone. It may be because they need some privacy to pray about something secret. That may not be the reason, but it's always best if they ask you to go inside so they can be alone when they come outside or in their room. It's best that you do what they say, because there's a chance that they might want to pray about their secrets alone. They may not have any secrets to pray about, but if they're like me, and if they're like me and they have secrets that they want to pray about alone, then it's best that you go away and leave them alone. And listen, for anyone who comes outside to pray about secrets, before you start praying, turn your phone off or on Do Not Disturb. And then if you have an iPad or iPad or iPod, especially with no one in your contacts, set your timer for at least 30 minutes to an hour. And then during that time, YouTube viewers, during that time, pray about any secrets, fears, or worries you may have. I hope this video helps you. Please like, share, and subscribe. But let me say one more thing before this video ends. To those of you who know someone who take at least a half hour and pray alone, if they say they don't want company, if they say they want to be alone, leave them alone. Even if they don't give a reason and they say, "I want to be alone, please leave me alone, I'll talk to you later, I'll call, text, or visit you later," leave them alone. Leave them alone. Especially if they say they want to be alone for a half hour. Even if they don't give you a reason, leave them alone. Leave your friends and relatives alone who say they need some time alone, especially if they specify that they need the time alone to pray. They may not need to. They may not need to pray about a secret. But but if they're but but if they're like me, and they have a secret that they want to pray about, when they say they want to be alone, it bothers them. It makes them mad. It bothers them. It makes them mad. It gets on their nerves when you interrupt them during that time. So to all families who watch this video, if your relatives say that they need some time alone, if they say they need a few minutes to a half hour alone, leave them alone. They may have a secret to pray about. If you want to talk to, text, or call, or visit them during that time, ask the Lord to take your desire to talk to that person or visit that person away during that time, and ask Him to give you a desire. Ask Him to give you a desire to talk to someone else when your friend or loved one needs the time alone and asks for the time alone to pray about anything, especially if they're praying for themselves or about their own life. That advice goes for both friends and families of anyone who is a Christian and watches this video. Now I think I'm done. Please like, share, and subscribe.